Hello everyone, we are here to take a look at our recovery gear for our upcoming event in Sand Hollow. So we are going to open up the Jeep and see what we've got. As you can see, we've got some recovery gear here. We've got a toolbox. First of all, should have you some good gloves. Have a first aid kit, umbrellas, extra pairs of gloves. We do have a little toe strap, a little jump box, and always got to have insect repellent. That's what we keep underneath there. Always have a couple of blankets with you, just in case. We have a toolbox that we have, this is brand new, has never been used. It's got all kinds of screwdrivers in there. Looks like it's got Allen wrenches. It's got zip ties, always got to have plenty of zip ties. Looks like we got some wrenches and pliers and cutters. This would be our socket set. Sockets got ratchets, T-handles, swivels. I'll put all this back. Also, with our recovery gear, we do have a little small shovel we carry with us, and we always have a couple umbrellas with us. We'll get our recovery gear all out here so we kind of go over it. Well, first things first, we ended up getting a cat. It's an air compressor and a jump box. You can recharge all your cameras, your phones. It even has a little inverter for to plug something in for a 110 volt. We'll see how that works. We'll see how fast it inflates the tires. Since we're dealing with the compressor and tires, we ended up getting us a rapid tire deflator. Something you hook on to your tires and thread that on there and release the air pressure in your tires till you get it down to this proper PSI that you want. We are going to try to run about 10 PSI when we're out on the trail without bead locks. I don't want to go any lower than 10. Also, a recovery gear, we ended up getting us a 1-inch Kinetic rope. This is a 1-inch by 30-foot Kinetic rope. Don't know what brand it is. It just says heavy duty Kinetic rope, 1-inch by 30 feet. We also have a strap for our tree saver. We end up having some D-ring shackles that we got in there as well. Also, we got our soft shackles. Got a couple of soft shackles there. Also, we have a recovery point that we can hook on the back of the receiver hitch. If the vehicle's stuck, you can actually pull off of it. We also got a couple of snatch blocks, rings that go on those soft shackles. Oh, we got our winch control for our X-Bull winch we have. Also kind of made up a little thing that we carry some flares in. So those flares are so that we can, for emergencies, starting a fire, kind of whatever, we kind of put those inside there so that they keep them protected, keep them in the bag. That kind of looks like our total gear package for right here. like it says, having a first aid kit and your gloves. We got those all in there. Also have a tow strap. I don't know if I want to tow with a kinetic rope. It makes it nicer to tow with, but if you run that over, you will ruin it. So you can buy an inexpensive tow strap to pull somebody down a road that's pretty flat. All the snatch blocks and recoveries. We've got a couple of different ropes we've got here. Looks like this one's a 1/2 inch rope. This one looks like it's more of a 7/16 rope. With that snatch block, you'll put it around that. You'll put it around our tree. And we can run our winch cable around this. And like I said, if you have multiple ones, you can do that to increase your pulling capacity up to 3 to 4 times straight pull on the winch. Hopefully I'm never in a situation where I have to pull at over 13,500 pounds on the winch. But if I do have the gear to do that. So in the future, we will probably have some video footage of us using this equipment. But until then, this stuff is untested and unused. These are budget buys. These are something that you can pick up off of Amazon or off of eBay for fairly inexpensive. I think I paid a total of like $60 for the kinetic rope with 2 soft shackles on it. I think I paid 20-something bucks or $30 for the soft shackles and the snatch blocks. D-rings are fairly inexpensive. The recovery point, that was about $25 for that as well. You are going to pay about $100 for an air compressor that so you can inflate your tires on the trail. This is not very fast, but it also has a jump box in it that you can actually jump start somebody if you need to. The tree saver is something. It's a strap that I've had kicking around, so I use that to put around trees. You can see that has actually been used. The rapid tire deflator is something we've bought because they say on the trail, if you're trying to deflate your tires with a little stick or a rock trying to push a valve stem in, it's kind of a pain and takes a long time. This will actually deflate the tires very quickly. So, all right, we're gonna put this all back together and get it put back into the Jeep. Making sure you have tools, we even have a bottled water and stuff like that we carry in here with us. Having some towels and stuff like that, so when we're on the trail, if you're out playing in the mud or in the snow and stuff, you have something you can clean yourself up with. You're out there playing, trying to wash yourself in the snow or wash yourself in a mud puddle, it's kind of a pain. So having a nice, good, clean towel to kind of clean yourself up before you get in your rig, keep your rig a little nicer. So. All right, that being said, we're gonna put this all back together. One of the points about having recovery gear, always have some with you to get yourself out of a situation. No matter what you spend on it will probably be cheaper than having somebody come out and pull you out. So making sure you have even some gear to get yourself out with is a big plus. So make sure you have gear to get yourself out. And even if you have to get somebody else out, having a good snatch block and winch with a kinetic rope will increase your chances of recovering your friends or even somebody that's in dire need. So make sure you have gear to get yourself out with. Some of the videos I've seen on YouTube where they've actually tested some of the other kinetic ropes. Sergeant Knots is a kinetic rope that I've seen that they did some testing on that did really well for a fairly inexpensive price. I have not been able to find a Sergeant Knots kinetic rope for sale anywhere. But from what I've seen on the internet, they are fairly inexpensive compared to a Yankum's rope and some of the other higher end ropes that are out there. Also on some of our recovery gear, we do have a fire extinguisher in there. I was planning on getting a second fire extinguisher to put in here as well. Always got to have your Jeep duck. Thanks for watching Mr. Modified.